I'm gonna be right back.
Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter.
Morning,
let us
Chris.
help you grow. Taking
Morning,
risks,
what's up?
making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to
Hopefully it
the
doesn't
sound
freak out.
of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking
I was
risks,
listening to
making
that
moves,
loud.
seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for
Okay.
any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound.
And scene. And scene. Should have put on a hat. Oh well. Oh well. Look at that nice little rally. Look at that. Right up to the 200 day. Will it reject off? Morning, Rosa. Way to have energy. My energy's a bit sapped. Let's look at the Liberation Day strategy. Still not yet. Still not yet. I mean, it's turned around nicely, but still not back. But you've got quite a bit of red on the screen right now. Pepsi, Coke, Taiwan Semi because of the currency exchange. Now, I do want to open up Earnings Hub because that's going to be a... No, I don't want to upgrade to Pro, but thank you for the thought. It's another big week. So you got Palantir and HIMS, and we've got those being talked about today. I've got some thoughts. Okay, clear. Turn on the Do Not Disturb. We got Melly. Okay, let's see. This week, I'm just gonna highlight some that I kind of like. Dash might be an interesting one. God, I wish I had a list. You know, I probably could write one. Not this quickly, though. Constellation Energy. That's an interesting one. I'm going to put that in there. Let's see. Duke, which is a Sedge reports. AMD, ANET, Rivian, Upstart, Lucid, A-Lab is one that could come. Powell, Energy Transfer alike. Revolve. I don't know anything about Uber. We got Uber. We got Disney. We got Novo Nordisk, which could be an interesting one. Oscar, which has gotten tons of coverage. You've got Gold, Barrick Gold. You've got ARM. You've got AppLovin. You've got Melly, IONQ, Carvana, which is huge. Fortinet, Axon, Bros, Joby, Paycom, Zillow, Bluebird, which is a thing, Sunrun. Then you got Shopify. Then you got Crocs, which is interesting. I hate it, but it's interesting. Peloton has been on a rebound. Jumia is the Amazon of Africa. Talon Energy reports. Coin, Rocket Lab, Soundhound, Trading Desk, Cloudflare, DraftKings, TMDX, you've got Mara, you've got Affirm, you've got Lyft, you've got Pins, you've got Toast, you've got CleanSpark, you've got Hubs, you've got Monster, Wolf Speed, which is kind of interesting. I know that one. Rumble, Paramount, SG, Microchip, nope. And then you got Wolf, this one. But morning, Dominic, Wendy, Eli, I got your message. I'll check out that scan later, but kudos on using Perplexity on that one. Okay. Okay, so that's all earnings this week. We're going to look at Palantir earnings. Here is the article with all of the deep dive into several stocks for earnings. I thought this was super interesting. A HIMSS look, because they report 28 of 34 technology stocks have beaten. Interesting. We'll go into the Buffett stuff. I'm not going to go into a huge deep dive of stuff today, just because I am worn out and I haven't totally prepared. But biggest stock movers of the day, I will have my market overview, Fed decision this week. This was Ryan Dietrich, who's posting, hey, this shit doesn't happen in a bear market. We'll look at that too. So it'll be a short and sweet one today. Morning, Josh, Leslie. Yeah, it's a huge earnings week, and I mean there's a ton. Why don't I have? Oh yeah, I do have it. Okay. I got out of my gold play. Probably a little too early. Yep, it's up 2%, but I took some profits. So I'll be looking to enter into this under 50. But Go back to QQQ. Okay. Hit that thumbs up button. Let's see. I got to pin that message. Trendspider. For $5. Let's go over here. We're going to copy link address, paste. And we're going to pin message. What is that about? Why is that? Oh, it's leaving YouTube. Okay. Quit. There we go. Okay. I got sales going on, so. Wah, 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 wah. Okay. Good morning. It is Monday, May 5th. We don't have to do the May 4th jokes. It's going to be May. I'll post some photos of my vacation and stuff like that if you want them. But I did a few days of traveling in the snow. You may see my nose. I mean, if I bring up the big head here, my nose is severely burned. So it's going to be a short show. We're going to go over the markets. We're going to go over why shit that doesn't happen in a bear market. Fed decision this week. Big movers of the day. Buffett. All the weekend is about Buffett. Blah, blah, blah. The whole thing. We'll go into a little bit of that. Not much. Because I did write a newsletter why you should buy it beforehand, but it's down 3%. So it's a good thing. Earnings. We got HIMS and Palantir today, and we'll go over the rest of the week. I've got a long list of earnings that you can look at. So first things I want to tell you is, have you ever wanted to try Trendspider? Because if you have wanted to try Trendspider, they have a sale going on right now that is unbelievable. Go over to the link that's down below, Linktree, linktr.ee/daily stock pick, and you're going to choose that top link. Trendspider is having a sale. For 14 days, you can try this out for $5. $5 freaking dollars. And you're just going to click on that link. You're going to sign up for either the enhanced, premium, or standard, where you can save up to 36%. Sign up for a yearly plan, but try it for 2 weeks. When you get the yearly plan, just email me, or I'll do it proactively. But if you get the yearly plan, you can just email me. Where's the email? It's up here on Linktree on the upper right. And you can email me and just say, hey, I just signed up for the yearly subscription. I will send you my 4-hour algorithm. I will send you the Liberation Day strategy. I will send you all of this stuff. So if you have any questions, again, it's $5 freaking dollars. It's an unbelievable deal. But again, I'll go over everything here on that. We did get an alpha pick. And if you're a premium member, if you're a Seeking Alpha Pick member, you did get it. But here's the thing. Say you didn't get it. Say you're not a Seeking Alpha premium member. Well, right now, if you can use my Linktree, there's a bundle offer on the 2nd. Okay, that gets you premium alpha picks. You save $159. Then the third link down there is Seeking Alpha Premium. Okay, that comes with the next Alpha Pick for free. Remember, there's 2 separate subscriptions. There's Alpha Picks, which is a curated portfolio of top stocks that should beat on the rebound. They're small cap stocks, they're large cap stocks. It's all over the place, but it has beaten the S&P over its history. Okay, that is one thing. That is Alpha Picks. Then there's Seeking Alpha Premium, where you get to do your own research. But this time it comes with the next Alpha Pick, so you can always upgrade to Alpha Picks if you'd like. But again, this is a 7-day free trial, and you save $30, or you can save $159. Just use my Linktree. Go and click on those links. Let's talk about since I've been gone. I'm not Kelly Clarkson, so I will not sing Since I've Been Gone. But since I've been gone, Apple and Amazon both beat. They both beat and both pulled back. They didn't soar. I mean, Apple, you can see it right there, kind of pulled back from about 212 to 206, 203 right now. I think that 200 is probably going to provide support. If it doesn't, we're in trouble. But you had Amazon as well. Hit that 188, got over it. Is it going to use it as support right now? It's at 187. Is it going to be a long-term resistance, or is it going to be support again? When do we finally get 188 as support? So you got both of those. Then you had more tariffs put on, including the movie industry, which took down Netflix by 5%, back down to 1,097. Okay? And then you had the Berkshire meeting over the weekend, where they announced there were a couple of big things, but the two biggest things that I took away was their cash pile, and that Warren Buffett took the fact that he's going to die as CEO off the table. He kind of retired, handed it over to Greta Gable. So big news. And where are the Qs right now? QQQ down 0.89%. Again, you'd have to get down to 479 to break confirmation. And if you don't know what confirmation is, you can go over to Linktree, okay? Right here, my Substack, and you can go down to this education center, and you can just type in confirmation, and you can look exactly what confirmation is. But you've got just a little bit down to see where confirmation is. By the way, spoiler, it's just the 9-day EMA. That's what I use. You can use the 5-day EMA. You can use the 7. You can use the 8. You can use whatever you prefer. Maybe the 21's more your type. Maybe the 50-day is more your type. But again, confirmation for me is the 9-day. So as long as we are in an upward trend and we don't break down below 480, I think you've held confirmation. Now, on a weekly chart, does it look great? No, doesn't look great. I mean, it just looks like we've turned it around a little bit, but maybe only because we're oversold right now with the MACD down below the oscillator and the RSI coming off of a 28 level. So it's not all out of the woods. I read Dan Niles Sunday while I was on the plane last night, his weekend summary. I think he's spot on. He's spot on. You can read it. It is super, super long. It is super, super detailed. It goes into the fact that this rally just seems like it can continue, but it needs something to change it. It needs something to push it one way or the other. Trade deals, lower rates, more economic data. I don't know. Will those take the market higher? Or will more tariffs, empty store shelves, and inflation take the market lower? Earnings have been better than expected, but bad news is not priced in the market. Good or no bad news is priced in the market. So when you have this rally, that's what you have to determine. Will we get another tweet that's going to take us down 10%? Or will you get a trade deal to identify, hey, we've got more moving, and China is actually in talks. Nobody's saying, China's saying they're not in talks. The U.S. is saying they are in talks. You don't know who to believe. But I will tell you, Ryan Dietrich, who has been right on, and to 87% of the S&P stocks are above their 20-day moving average. That's huge. You can find that on FinViz. You can go over to Screener and determine where your stocks are. Just go over to the technical portion, and I'm not going to show you how to do that. Learn how to do it. Okay, but get a charting program. If you don't have the Trendspider and you can't just write in, hey, find me the stocks in the NASDAQ QQQ that just broke through their 20-day. You can do that. It's super, super simple in Trendspider. If you don't have a charting program that will do that, I would suggest getting one. It can be Trendspider. It can be TradingView. It can be Thinkorswim. It can be the Webull app. It can be anything that you want. But understand, you need to know where your stock is when you're buying it on a technical level. And this doesn't happen in bear markets. But you tend to see things like this early in new bullish phases. So where Dan Niles is very bearish about this bounce, Ryan Dietrich is actually very bullish. Pick your side. More good news, half of the 2025 near bear market has been recovered. Only once in history were new lows made. It was the last time in 2022, so it's not that far away. But a year later has never lower, up 16 of the 16 times. More clues were stacked on top of other clues. The lows are likely in for 2025. That's what he's saying. Pick your battle. I think if we get empty store shelves, I think if you don't have trade deals, I think if you got, I don't think you're going lower than the lows, but I do think you could go lower. And that's just where you have to make sure that you know your range. If you're trading this, fine. If you've got a 5 to 10 year time horizon, there is no reason you should not be buying. None. Right now, you're under your 200 day. If we go to the daily, okay, if we go to the daily, you're right at your 200 day, just underneath it. That is not a bad time to buy QQQ historically on the daily. Just look. You had all of 2022. You didn't have anything until August with that unwind trade where it was under the 200 day. And your 200 day on the daily just turned over a little bit, but it hasn't been like 2022. So right now, I would not say that this is in the cards. I would say we're still bullish. But again, a tweet could take you down. A tweet can take you down. Look at the 200 day, the red line that you see right there. Anytime it's been below it, you've been good in buying. It just doesn't matter. If you bought here, where it was, in March of 2022, and you bought it 363, okay? And then you go to March of 2024, where was the NASDAQ? It was at 427. So even though you bought it and you lost more going down, again, it's just about positioning, time frame, and things of that sort. It's nothing more than that. Now, stock index futures in the red as investors await the Fed's upcoming decision. We've got a Fed meeting tomorrow and then the decision on Wednesday. What's priced into the market? Maintain. Meaning nothing. Nothing happens. And then expect a ton of tweets. Bad-mouthing Jay Powell, blaming him for the economy, blaming him for the market going down if it does go down. Blaming him for everything. But you know what's been taken off the table? Firing Jay Powell. And that's good news. That's really, really good news. Because as long as the tweets go out there and he's not firing, then you don't have a constitutional crisis. Then you don't have Congress going, what the F is going on? Then you don't have a battle. So as long as you take that off the table, I think the tweets are perfectly fine. And listen, the market is expecting that. It's not like it's not, it hasn't been done before. If it were new, if we had the threats of firing him again, then you're going to see it taken down. But the Fed decision, more than likely, they're not going to lower. The biggest movers of the day, you've got BP. Shares rose. It reports that Shell is exploring the possibility of acquiring it. If that 2% up, if you think that Shell is going to buy them, you should buy BP. Okay, because that one will absolutely soar. It's up 2.84%. That's a big mover. What's another big mover? Skechers. It will be acquired. It's up 25%. So listen, I've been a Skechers fan. This one, it is up, to $61. So it's near its 52-week high. But Skechers, yeah, getting bought. Big deal. I like Skechers more than Crocs. What's biggest losers? Well, Netflix. Netflix is down 5%. Why? Because Trump's going to tariff all the the stuff produced overseas. There you have a cost. We said that Netflix was insulated. It's not. It's not. He found a way to actually tariff it. And then Berkshire is down about 3% because Warren Buffett announced he will step down as CEO, handing the reins to Vice Chairman Greg Abel. Okay. I wrote an entire piece. Why should you buy Berkshire Hathaway now? The annual meeting is Saturday. I put it up here for the paid members. But long story short, one of the risks I said was Warren Buffett dying while he was CEO. He took it off the table. Greg Abel is perfectly capable. Okay, he's stepping down as CEO, and he's handing over the reins to Vice Chairman Greg Abel effective January 1st, 2026. So everything is off the table now. That risk is off the table. I think Berkshire's a buy. For me, it's a buy. And Wall Street's really trying to determine what it's like without Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett has always been, there's a Buffett indicator. There's a lot with Warren Buffett that you don't know that the markets actually respond to. When he sold SPY and VOO back in December, it was crazy what the folks went. It's a strong buy in the quant. Again, if you want Seeking Alpha, the premium, you get all of this. You can even get Analyzed with AI, where they give you an analysis of Berkshire Hathaway, all of the positives, the concerns, all the valuation, growth, profitability, momentum revisions, all of the data. But this particular article was really, really good because it's like, is there another Buffett out there? We don't know. More than likely, there could be. There could be another great one. But because of his time in history, because of the way he did it with Charlie Munger, I don't think there's going to be another one like him. Okay? I think there's going to be an AI like him, where AI will be able to pick stocks and do things better. But I don't think you're going to get the great insight that Warren Buffett had from anybody else in this market. Nobody has stepped up and taken it. We haven't heard from Greg Abel as, the leader. Maybe he takes over as Buffett. Maybe he now is looked at, because Buffett and Munger, they groom this guy. They groom the people to take it over. So Berkshire, I think it's in perfectly good hands. The cash pile that they have right now, they own more treasury bonds than the U.S. Treasury. They could buy 497 of the S&P 500, I think, with the cash that they have. Which is some 460, it's some crazy number. And it's nuts. And I talked about what could take this market up. Well, earnings are coming in really good. And I don't mean that they're coming in like gangbusters. It was lowered expectations. And earnings are coming in very good. So while the S&P, the XLK is down 6.84%, it's up 4% last year to date. It's up 4% last week compared to SPY's fall of 3.3% year to date. So hold on one second. Stop. I got a request that I do that at least once every show, but it's not even like I have a choice about it. But yeah, she's crying. Apple stock traded lower despite the iPhone maker reporting Q2 results that topped estimates and increased its return to shareholders, including a $100 billion share buyback. I think Apple did it great. Microsoft jumped 11% on the week. Intel shares fell. IBM traded higher. Qualcomm slipped even though they had a great earnings report. We get AMD, we get Palantir, we get SMCI this week. But things are looking good. The market is pricing that in. So if you have, again, a lot of CEOs are saying, hey, I'm not going to give guidance. That's not a good thing. But as long as we have some estimates out there and we can do things, if they come in with the estimates, then you should be fine. Just a guidance. So what do we have as far as earnings go this week? One that I actually like, kill me, but this makes sense. HIMS. Revenue grew every quarter since they became public. It's going to grow again. They'll likely beat this quarter because of the fire sale of compounding GLP-1 inventory. Remember, they were selling because there was a thought that they couldn't sell, and they've stopped selling. They didn't include GLP-1 past Q1 in their guidance. So as they continued to sell, the guidance, it wasn't in there. But now they've partnered with Novo Nordisk. They'll likely raise the guidance. A beat and raise plus a short squeeze, you could see $70 again. And again, HIMS, it's got a short interest of 28%. So if they beat and raise, expect a short squeeze. I mean, just expect it. Right now, it's up 1.25% at 41. This is not, you're not trading this on valuation. Average price target is 42, but the valuation is absolutely crazy because they're not making money. They're not making money. The growth, phenomenal. 69% revenue growth year over year. The forward, 46. If we go over here to Earnings Hub, my favorite one, you can see estimated 22 cents. Okay, revenue 536 million, not billion, million. Last time they're expecting earnings per share 22 cents. Last time it was 11 cents. So you've got to double. They reported 481 million. 536 is estimated. So this beat and raise, it's going to be tough, but I don't think it's out of the question. This is a good thesis on why to buy. It's a bet. It's just a bet. And you can get out if, play options around it if you'd like. But I think it's an interesting play if you're looking to play in earnings. Now, earnings this week, this article has everything. And it goes over big ones like Monday, Ford Motor Company. Did they report already? I think they were they this morning? No, they report in the afternoon. Ford Motor Company. Ford is set to announce Q1 earnings. Here's all the stuff. And they go over the highlights. Then Tuesday, AMD. They're scheduled to report their ones. Analysts are expecting a nearly 50% growth in profits alongside a 30% year over year. That could be, if they come in and they beat and raise, expect NVIDIA to go up with them. And you can see all the other ones reporting. Wednesday, we have Walt Disney Company. I posted on my Twitter. There was a dude who just went to Disney, and what a day at Disney cost him. It was like $1,500 freaking dollars. Just for his family with tickets and stuff like that. $1,500. And it wasn't crazy. He said no to the lightsabers. How this company's stock is not at 120, I don't know. But again, it goes over all of the details. Then Shopify on Thursday, which is a core portfolio stock. And I will tell you, has fallen quite a bit. It has fallen quite a bit. See that green line? It's a weekly trend line. Under it, buy it. Over it, sell it. We can look at that one. See the weekly trend right there? The weekly trend with support right there where it kind of broke down a little bit. And then we saw it pull back to it. It's now right on it as well. That's a good earnings play. So then Friday, you got Enbridge Energy. That's a good one. All of the details are in there. Now, I want to take one today as well. Palantir reports today, okay? The valuation makes no sense. The forward PE is 224. That makes no sense whatsoever. But it doesn't matter, okay? Palantir is going to come out. They're probably going to beat. They're going to raise higher, and then it's going to take off again. Do you get this one up at, above 125? I don't know. Is the risk worth it? For me, it's not. But remember, I was also the guy who didn't invest or didn't trust Tesla in 2008 when their valuation was crazy. And the stock 10, 15 times. So I'm not willing to put a call on this one. I will tell you, the algorithm, it does half of what buy and hold does. Okay, for the last 24 months, so just 2 years, there are 23 positions. So it's once a month that it trades. Okay, you win 52% of the time. 716%. You can see it right on the screen. Versus 1,479% over the last 2 years. So if you bought it 2 years ago and you just held, you made 1,479. I am not comfortable buying a stock with 225 PE and just buying and holding it. I would be perfectly happy trading at 716%, winning 52% of the time with an average win of 25%. Yes, an average win of 25%. Now, when I look at the algorithm and I say, ooh, it got me in at 88 right there, 88.40, and I look, we're up 42% since then. Would I want to buy this one? Not particularly. The risk reward for me is not there. But again, I am not 20 years old. I am not 25 years old. At 20 and 25, my ass would be buying and loading it at $8. My ass would have been buying and loading it at 40. I sold at 25. I haven't bought back in. But I will tell you that $80 right there is providing a pretty damn good support. It was resistance. You can see it right here in December. And in January, it was resistance until earnings popped it up. And then what did you see? You saw it pull right back to that $80. Then it popped up to 98, about a 100, got rejected, came right down to about that $80. I would argue $80 is where you want to buy this one. You know, for me, it's just not worth the risk and reward. But I like it. Again, it's a meme stock. And in this article, Webbush, they go over exactly, oh, come on, let me open this up. Well positioned for the new federal spending. This is what it is. They go over, it's set to report its first quarter earnings. Alex Karp-led company, well positioned for new. Palantir is helping lead the AI revolution into the case phase as its AIP product mode is unmatched in our view. Analysis at the firm wrote in a note to clients. Palantir is playing chess in the AI arms race while others are playing checkers. Now, do I care about, you know, exactly what they're doing? I don't. I just think that the valuation is a little nuts. But again, the risk reward for me is not there. But it doesn't mean it shouldn't be for you. Do your own research, understand why you're buying it, understand where it could go and what the price target is, because you can see the 52-week range, we're right at the top of it. So there's your earnings. There's a lot more earnings coming out. I've got a list. And I'm going to put it in the newsletter. It's DoorDash, CEG, Constellation Energy, Duke, AMD, ANET, which is Arista Networks, Rivian, TEM, which is the Nancy Pelosi buy, Upstart, A-Lab, Powell, Energy Transfer, Uber, Disney, and Novo Nordisk, VST, Unity, Software, Oscar, Gold, ARM, AppLovin, Melly. They all report this week, and there's a ton more. There's a ton. I put some of my favorites into a list that you can look at and you can see where they did earnings last time and what you'd like. So go and do your own research. That's the key. This entire week, I'm going to put that list up so you can see where they are. But I like some of these to pop. Again, we've seen some pop. You saw Apple and Amazon both beat and pull back. You saw Meta and Microsoft beat and soar. And you saw Supermicro already, by the way, reported. Ignore this one. It was a shit show. And I just think that the management's lying again. But it's a shit show. So if you have any questions, hit me up. That's it. You know, it's a nice short and sweet one. I'll have a longer one tomorrow. If you have any questions, hit me up. Remember, the Trendspider sale, $5 $5. $5 to try it out. It's an unbelievable deal to see if you actually like this software. And you can import the Liberation Day strategy. Again, you can't, you know, for 2 weeks, it's not going to give you a ton. But try it out. For $5, there's no reason not to try it out. Again, it's 15 hours. They'll probably extend it for another day. But $5 is the Cinco de Mayo sale. Cinco de Mayo. I should be wearing a sombrero on this day. Okay. If you have any questions, hit me up. I'll talk to you tomorrow. See you. Bye. Oh, I'll put a picture in there, Wendy. I think I've got one. Let me see. Did I put one in the chat? I don't know. Oh, you know where I put it? I put it here. Oh no, that's my personal one. Let's go to daily stock pick. Boom, boom. And I probably have no, yeah. Go to news feed. Wah wah. There I am. That's moi. My right leg, by the way, is completely gone. I mean, it's down in the snow. I have a video of this one too. But yeah, I'm holding a 360 camera. So, ooh. meat stick. And my hair is out of control, and I've got burns all over me, and yeah, we did. What did we do? We did. This is a gulch where you climb up to the top. I think it's straight up. There's like a path to go up here. I think I made it to the base, and then I was done. I was fried. Then the next day we did Mount Flora, which I made it up halfway, and I didn't have spikes. So I just, okay, full disclosure. I have anxiety based on my diet. The sugar that I eat causes my anxiety. And since I've been like addicted to sugar for the past like 6, 8, 10 months, whatever it is, I haven't been able to, I wasn't able to actually get up without having a tremendous amount of anxiety. So, it is what it is. And why I have anxiety? I mean, it makes no sense. I'm stronger than my mind is what I always tell myself, but sometimes it doesn't work. And I was afraid of slipping down. Even though I knew I wouldn't slip down, I was afraid of slipping down. And on Mount Flora, if you fall and you don't have spikes and you don't have an axe, it could be a problem. Oh, I don't want this one. No. We're going to go back. Okay, we're going to paid podcast. Okay, and then we're going to go over here. And we're going to delete this. And we're going to put this over here. And we're gonna and break that up, and then we'll put this one in. Green screen, copy, paste, and then we'll put in this one. I don't like that other one. And green screen, copy, paste, and then we'll do export file. Whoa, no. 5 pod. It's called getting old. Yeah, I definitely on this trip, I mean, full disclosure, I was high for 3 days. I went and got gummies, and I was high as hell for 3 days. But, okay, let's look up YouTube thumbnail. Thumbnail. No. Home. I think that's me. YouTube thumbnail stocks. Let's say stocks down. Oh, that jacket, by the way, it's the Ghost Whisperer. So the best jacket out there is the for the price is the Decathlon Puffy. But this Ghost Whisper, I mean, I think it's like $300. It packs down to this little thing, which is air light. And so it's a great jacket to fly with. Yeah, my problem has always been with alerts taking action. And sometimes I just don't take action. Let's do this one. Why not? There we go. Okay. And uploads. Do. Do I want this one? Let's just make this a little longer. And we're going to shrink this down so that we can get them both in here. And oh, I don't want 215. Let's do 40. Goodbye, Warren. And we'll take that out. And we'll put this. And where's my Buffett? Where's my Buffett photo? There we go. And I know I have hymns. Where's the hymns logo? There's the hymns logo, and we'll make it white. What? Okay, I can probably just take this out and move this, and we'll make it larger. And we'll take this. And where's my Palantir logo? I know that's down at the bottom. Ooh, Palantir was one of the first ones that I kind of, oh, and it won't let me change the color. Let's say, you know what? Maybe no. Let's just undo, and we'll put a little background behind it. Put a little background behind it. guess it won't let me. No. Sorry if I'm boring everybody, but elements. We're gonna put a little we're gonna shrink that down. Do this and then position backwards. We're gonna create this as white and then boom. There we go. And we're gonna group those. Oh. And we'll, there we go. Palantir and hymns. And we'll say, okay, and uploads. Do I want anything else? We'll say listen on Spotify. And we'll put that down there. And then we need Trendspider. Shoo! And we need Seeking Alpha. And we'll put in what do we got? Let's see some of the other earnings. Intel already reported all of that. Arista. Supermicro. We talked about that one. Yeah, Chris, that's the way I want to get to. I get an email every day about my scans and stuff like that, and I really want to get back to making sure that I do scans for folks. AMD. Bring that over there. Visa. Oh, I have a different AMD. We'll just take that one. Why not? Disney. You know what? You know, let me do this. I'm gonna change the background a little bit. No. Let's go. No. What about black? Yeah. Maybe that works. Disney, Shopify. I want to copy. And we're going to do this. But we're going to put a white. And then we're going to put the transparency. Like that. Put it down there. Okay, uploads, Palo Alto, we don't have Costco. CrowdStrike, Oracle, Broadcom, Rivian. Rivian's up there. We had Rivian this week. Rivian. Snowflake, Zoom, Rocket Lab. You got Rocket Lab, Oklo, Bright Minds, Novo Nordisk. We've got Okta, IONQ we have. Rigetti, Vistro we have. Hams we have. Grab, United Healthcare, JP Morgan, Perplexity, Bank of America. I think that's it. Okay, I think that's it. So we'll just move these around a little bit. And why can't I grab a hold of Disney? Fuck it. We'll leave it like that. Download. Downloading, okay. Wah wah. So it's difficult. The way I trade with the 4 hour, I do have alerts and I look at that stuff, but I don't ever really come to this and say, okay, let me look at the 4 hour and ooh, that has it in there. I usually have alerts for things that I want to buy. And when the alert happens, I then go in, I look at it and I say, is it of good value for the money? And where am I doing it at the top and bottom? So I wouldn't say that I strictly use the 4 hour to trade other than MicroStrategy or Tesla or something that where it really, really works out. Microsoft is one that, at $440, I have a trim in. I mean, just at 440 because it's right there. I have an alert at 440. And it got to 439 and change. But I have an alert to sell at that point. And it's this range right here. In the middle of it is $435, right where you're trading. But that range is good. So if I have this range and I need some cash, which I do, I'm going to, add some cash in and lighten up on Microsoft. I like it, but I just, I don't think there's one thing that I say, okay, I'm going to do it on this. I mean, Meta is at 601 right now. Meta was, I did buy it at 521. I bought it to 575. I think I bought it this 596. I bought a bunch of Meta. So I don't know that there's okay, I'm using Trendspider to buy into, I'm not that type of trader. I used to be, but I'm not today. And especially coming back from vacation and just getting back in the game. So, Weinstein Analysis, Wendy, is good. I have it set up on one of my workspaces. I think it's the tester, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Weinstein. There we go. Apply. And so, let's see, brokerage holdings. Where's the daily stock pick? Core investments. There we go. You can see Apple on the 4 hour right there. Weinstein doesn't stay. I think I can if there's a way to do it. Again, I'm not really great at Trendspider. But James did this for me from Trendspider. I don't know that it actually works really well, but it's the 4 hour. Yeah, it's kind of messed up. But I'm getting out of this one, going back to this one. Okay, I'm out of here. I've got to go and do this, upload this stuff, and get it all set. So you guys have a great day. I will talk to you tomorrow. Eli, I promise I'm going to look at that scanner for you today. Scanners are easy. Reading's hard. So your GLP-1 email is still not read. Yeah, Wendy, if I were having problems like that, honestly, it sounds like a small issue, but just use the contact us button down here in the bottom right. I mean, they are super happy to help you with stuff. The customer service is the main reason why I'm with Trendspider, is because, you know, my dumb ass can go in there and just, hey, can you help me with this? And boom, an hour later, I have an answer. And they're really good about pointing it out. So if you provide them screenshots and stuff like that, think of them like an AI. That's the way I look at it. It's probably not. There will probably be a time where Dan will have AI respond to you and contact us and then say, hey, do you want a human? Because wow, the market's, Berkshire's down 6%. Uber's up 1%. Uber is at $85 fucking dollars. Jesus. United Healthcare is up 1%. I mean, this one's just a fall from grace right here. Wendy, I'm horrible at Trendspider. Honest to God, I'm the worst. I've got my system. I've got it set up. I know where I feel comfortable. I know, you know, like I get, what did I get? Somebody asked me, do you use Ichiban clouds? And I'm like, yeah, I've used them before, but it's not my thing. So once you get set and you feel comfortable in a place, then I try not to get out of that place until I fuck it up. Sorry for the language, but until I fuck it up and I lose like 40% of my portfolio and something doesn't work, that's where I go. But yeah, you can scan on stuff that's in Weinstein stage 2. They have a scanner. I think they have a scanner. Hold on. Let's see. Weinstein. Yeah. They have a stage 1 analysis right here, and you can scan the S&P. Stage 1. Let's see if there's anything. No, nothing in the S&P 500. So I doubt there's anything in the core. Nope. Let's look at the NASDAQ 100. See if anything. There's probably not. No. Let's look at the New York Stock Exchange, because that's going to have 1,800 symbols. Oh, they published some changes. Okay. There we go. Let's look at this one. S&P 500. Let's look at the is there nothing in stage 1? Well, that's interesting. Yeah, Cam Slim one is good too. Oh, did I download this? Let me make sure I downloaded it. Yes, I did. Okay. Okay. I'm out of here. You guys have a great day. See, I'll leave it on so you can chat, but I'm just going to put the show exit on.
Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears.